Oh, hey, what's up? I'll be right back. I'm still getting things going here. Obviously, I'm working on this today. This is the stance. I don't know who you are, but don't go away. I'll be right back. Oh, whoa, we got 9 fish on all of a sudden. Holy smokes. Sorry, I'm back. I'm working on my audio situation here. How's that? I don't even know if y'all can hear that, but whatever. Working on the stance. Got some parts today. Uh, Portal gears. I totally thrashed. Totally thrashed that guy. Whoa. Jokingly. I don't know if y'all can see that, but anyway. And this one broke a tooth as well. Little chink in the armor there. Easy fix, easy enough. How are y'all doing this evening? Somebody likes it. That's cool. This is a special thing. I never do it live. This never happens. You are special. What's up? Lamar Jackson. On the GOAT 12? What? Got GOAT in your name? That's cool. I do too. What's up? How'd it be? What'd it do? Here's my extra silly gas station knife I open stuff with. that is. Some kind of, it's like looks like a fake switchblade or something. I don't know. Who would love it? Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear what I'm listening to, or can you just hear the fan in the background? Your papa would like that knife? Looks like the same amount of teeth. You never know sometimes with parts. These are a genuine Vanquish part that I'm using here, so looks to be the same. Oh, we lost a bunch of fish. Not very interesting. That's okay, this probably wasn't for you anyway. Somewhere I got some grease. Wouldn't hurt to shoot a little grease. Shark oil. I don't know where my grease is at. Let's see if I put it in here. Yep. There it is. You know, everyone uses different stuff. I just use what I got. I don't got the money to buy stuff that I want. Just the stuff I need. Always need. Can y'all even see what I'm doing? Oh, back down to 1. Dang. You can kind of see what I'm doing there, can't you? I guess. Can y'all hear what I'm listening to? Can you hear this? You hear how great this is? See if I can even remember how this all goes together. There it goes there. That little pin there. This little pin that drives the gear. Got to make sure you have that for your stub. Cat hair on here. Cats have been in here. It looks pretty clean. So far. This guy slides on, he only slides on one way. Simple enough. There on that side. There on that side. That'll be enough to get it going. Oh, almost screwed that up. Just remember where all my parts are. like Sepultura. What I'm listening to. It's not that old school. It's still good. One longer school. What was that? I can't even remember. Why am I forgetting things all of a sudden? Why is there an extra screw over here? Who's there? Who's there? I don't know what that other screw came from. Obviously my workbench isn't the cleanest. Don't want to over tighten. We don't know our own strength. Yeah, I'm not just a metalhead. I like other stuff too. It's a song from my youth. Oh, that's the wrong tool. Where's the right tool at? Ah. Oh. That was the right tool, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. I'm just whatever. Probably not a good idea to listen to music whenever on a live. That's probably stuff that they don't allow on YouTube. So whenever the video finally uploads or whatever, it'll just delete the part that has the song that isn't allowed. I don't know. Can y'all even, somebody please just tell me, can y'all hear what I'm listening to? If so, I'll turn it down. Uh-oh. Don't look now. Somebody's come to inspect. Bit of Bobo Tiki. I don't know what you're saying. You're saying it in a foreign language. I think we're all we're back together now. Where's my wheel nut? Whoa! There it is. Almost lost you there. Sorry about that. There we go. Just straighten it back up. I don't know what y'all are saying. English. I don't speak that language. say that's torqued. Now what do I work on? Well, I probably should test this. I should probably test this. It's not that remote, it's this remote. Oh, batteries. Let's put the batteries in it. There it is. Here's what's underneath it. Got a Hobby Wing 2300, Fosca remote receiver. Let's do a little test here. This is the portal gear I worked on. This one back here. Pretty good. All right, ready to go. Think about going crawling Sunday. Everybody's meeting up. Y'all want to go to Big Rocks, Glen Rose? And show up. Now what do I do? Find something else. I got one other thing to work on. I'm thinking I should turn the radio down because I think all my live's gonna get, I'm afraid it's gonna get edited heavily. Maybe not. All my stuff's on this other table over here. So I'll show you what else I've been working on a little bit. There's got to be a better way to do this. Hold on. 3 people watching. That's cool, I guess. So on slime time, this is my second hard body, but my other hard body I've never really driven it too much. This one I've driven a lot, and I should have drove the other one, I think, first a little more, because this one just looks cooler, and the learning curve was met with many a sharp and dangerous turn, because I've fudged the hood a few times, and it's got some pretty good stress cracks now. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see those, but just keep driving it, keep super gluing it, keep wrecking it probably until the hood breaks off, and then maybe I'll learn my lesson. This little tape job here holding it together while I do it. I'm sure there's probably a better way to fix your hard bodies. I just don't know it, and I haven't researched it. But I just keep super gluing Lexan back behind it, thinking it's gonna work. And this is like the second or third time I've done it. So I don't know if anybody's out there watching knows a better tip or a video I should go watch, or reach out and communicate. Anyway, this thing looks great though. I don't know if y'all have seen this truck in action. Got Peter Venkman in there, and my homeboy Robbie he actually built this truck for me. He printed Slimer in there, so that's cool. I had a problem with my remote the other day, and I had to rebind all the trucks that were on that remote, and this is one of them. And it is a pain to put the body on. I've done it a couple of times now. I don't know what. Anyway, so there's that. Okay, well, if nobody's gonna communicate, I'm just gonna swing over here and do this, I guess. Why is my radio doing that? What's up? Adnan? 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 E4D9C. What up? Just working on fitting the body back on the slime time here. Trying to figure out what the best way to do this is. Trying to remember how I did it last time. There it is. My timing is 50. Yeah, that's pretty aggravating. I haven't figured out the right way to do this yet. You'll probably see me do this 100 times. I think the way I do this is I turn the whole thing upside down. I need to get a decent bench. And I'll make it a little easier. Kind of see what I'm doing. Use the long bolts up front. You can't see nothing. Maybe I use them in the back. I don't know. Anybody watching me struggle yet? What? Hold on, what did you say there? Yo. Just scrolling and had to stop. What a beautiful Yoda body, my guy. I love the patina. Thank you there, sir. William Fry. No, this is actually a corrupt Carbon Works Reaper V2 chassis that my boy Robbie hooked me up with. He did a birthday build for me. Oh, hey, since you're communicating with me, I'll tell you the rest about this build only if you answer me a question. Can you hear the audio? Can you hear the music that I'm listening to? Because if you can, it might be too loud, and that means that my live will probably get heavily edited. Just wondering if you can hear what I'm listening to. If you can't make it out, then maybe I'll be okay. But I'm not going to tell you any more about this build unless you answer my question. That's a snapped. Okay, cool. Well, maybe YouTube won't heavily edit me. This is the part where you watch me struggle with a simple task. Come on. Get Why can't I do this? Okay, I'll try again with my finger. Totally missed it. Oh, yeah, now it's getting worse. There you go. Sick. I got a SCX 24. Check it out. Called this one the Kid. It's just got that standard C10 body. I couldn't tell you the names on any of the parts. It's sort of built out, but it does not crawl good. It just looks cool. Got the little Poochie dog there hanging out on the back. I know I got some Injora parts on there somewhere on mine. Here's the RC the Goat. He's sneaking up over the window there. Anyway, that's my XCX 24. Did it again. I dropped it now. Okay, well, screw it. Just drop another one in there. Oh my gosh. Maybe this is how I do it. I can't remember how I do it. Seems like that wouldn't be that difficult, just to sneak the needle nose in there and taking time to read your comment here, William. Love the doors in scale bits. Insane. That's what I'm currently doing. Put all this Injora stuff on and now I can't crawl for crap. Got a coworker to 3D print a couple of types of shock mounts. Yeah, I don't know if you watch, there's a channel I check out, and I'm sure a lot of you guys with the little tiny trucks, you probably already know about 24 Yep. And I'm usually not the type of person that, gets into the real tiny trucks, but I do like watching how the people build their courses, indoor courses, and they build up the trucks. It's like a lot of people up north, their indoor season is our outdoor season down here, down south, so I like checking that stuff out every once in a while. I'm gonna attempt this again. I'm gonna do it this time. Man, what is my deal? If I could just get with the program. Uh-oh, I think we're getting into something. Oh yeah. That's one. One. I don't know how long that took me, but yeah, I've been at it for a while just to do one body mount screw. Thanks again, Robbie, for making that so difficult. Man, check out mine. Check out mine. Since we're talking about SCX 24s. Mine's like, it's basically bone stock underneath. I hate all this crap. It's like, man, I just need to get with the program. Get with the times, old man. That's yesterday's. That's yesteryear's setup. I see all the new stuff out there. I'm like, sometimes I look at mine. I'm like, what's even? Why do I even try? But yeah, I just do like the hair tie shock band on the front. I have no springs or oil or anything whatsoever in the shocks. I got the front just sucked up as tight as it'll go. These tires actually do better than the tires I had on it. I will say that. Whatever these tires are. What are these? I don't know. I can't even read that. Can y'all read that? It just says some numbers. I don't even know what those are. Yeah, I live in Central Texas, so in summer it just gets too damn hot. I mean, there are people that still crawl, and more power to them. I can't. I already work out in the heat. I don't want to go crawl in it. But my home course is all in the shade. At least I have that in the summertime. But wintertime is kind of like our outdoor season. Right. You can never go wrong spending some money on a servo, though. I'm with you on that. I think just about everything I have, except for Slime Time here and the Stance, everything else has a Reef servo, just about. And I'm not even endorsed, but then again, I don't sell stuff. I'm just here to hang out, meet people like you. Talk to the crawl fiends. I think the first Reef servo I had was one of them 422s that comes with the Hobby Wing, or the Red Cat Axe Edition Scout. That was my first Reefs, and ever since then it was like, oh, I'm hooked. And people will say, those things are, you can buy those same servos in a budget, on a budget price from, just won't have the Reefs brand on it, but that might be true. Then again, it might not be true. Alright, round 2 here. Let's see, can I do it? First try. First try. Yes. Yes. Man, mounting this body is a pain. I'm glad that even though it might be a pain, I don't have to do this often, and Robbie had the forethought to put a toolbox in the bed so that I could still access my battery. Uh-oh. My man Robbie's sending me some messages here. I don't know what, I can't look at that right now. Man, those brass servos they have. I need to put one in my hauler because that thing needs weight up front. But that's a cool idea. Having the brass up front, especially on the little guys. Man, you got one of those. What is that? FCX 10 Blazer. Those things are awesome. I got to drive one of those right out of the box. One of my crawl fiends, Chris. He's got the orange and white one. That thing is awesome, I must say. I'm gonna stop. Alright, I gotta attempt to get this. Oh, there goes the first tool drop. And there goes the first nut drop. Let's see. I felt it. Lost a nut. Dang it all. Losing my mind here, y'all. Losing my parts. I'll be here in a second. Can't lose no more. Maybe I'll look in here and I'll have some. Oh wait, my bad. I was talking about the FCX 24 Blazer, but that's cool. You got the FCX 10. I'm confused. Anyway, I have not got to drive the FCX 10. I was talking about an FCX 24 because you had me confused because we were talking about the SCX 24. Got the brown and white. Had it for about 4 months now, and the only thing to go so far is the stock servo, that's kind of like everything, right? Like if you buy a Traxxas, you buy an Axial or whatever, servos are the first thing to go out. Man, yeah, 777 in that thing, be the last servo you ever get. Gonna get you one of those little BECs that they offer now. Those things look pretty nice. Oh, I think this is where I need the long screws because this feels like this is twice as hard to get. Dang it! I just keep screwing myself. How did I do that? I did that some other way last time. Is this how I did that? I don't think I can get in there like that. This has got to be painful to watch. I'm losing it. Heck yeah, of course I had RCs growing up, and it was like the kind when it takes 2 hours to charge a battery and then you get like 15 minutes out of the battery, and if somebody had the same RC car as you, you couldn't drive it at the same time because of the way the remotes were back then. But I guess about 5 years ago, whenever all the bullshit was going on with the pandemic, we all kind of picked up a hobby, and this is the one I picked up and got back into it. And 5 years later, I have 10 RCs. Or actually, it's more than that. And I'm dropping parts, and I'm losing my mind. It's like the earth just opened up and swallowed all my stuff. Now I gotta search my arrays that allowed me to finally have some extra money. Got the SX24 4Runner. First to see if I liked the hobby and fell in love. Haha. Now you got the sickness like the rest of us. You're on your way. You're on your way to... Man, I'm looking for those little washers or little nuts like he had on there, and I don't have any. I have some that are log nuts. I have to use them. I just wish there was a better way. Has to be a better way. I gotta go. I have to go get a flashlight. I just want to find my parts. Well, I'll be right back. I ain't gonna lie, I am not a fan of the SCX6, and I think it's just because of where I live. I mean, I'm sure in Colorado, there's plenty of places to drive that thing. But where I live, it's just riverbanks, creek banks, dried creek beds, and lake shores. That's where all the rocks are in Texas, mostly. Or in central Texas. I'm currently on the floor looking for parts. Anyway, but just my personal, it's just me. I've seen a few in the wild. They look cool, but all the places we go are like 1/10, you know, the size of the trails. And so, again, just a personal thing, but sometimes the SCX6 guys come through there and they'll knock down your whole trail. I was like, hey man, you know, we spent all week building that, and you just come in and wrecked it in one deal. But not trying to start stuff, just wondering why you felt the need to do that. But like in Colorado, I can imagine there's probably some places where 1/10 scale can't go, but a 1/6 could handle it. Okay, I found the screw. I found one of my parts. There's one. Now, gotta find my nuts. My amp. I wish instead of Axial coming out with the Helamon, they would have come out with a 1/6 Capra. Which the Helamon isn't far from it, but I just think it would have been cooler. I don't know which. I kind of like the Honcho. Man, I'm never gonna find these parts unless I get on the floor. I found the part I wasn't looking for. Found another part. Just try not to lose that. This is a part I wasn't even looking for, but just throw that on the deal. Yeah, I just got one more. Where did it go? Yeah, I get worried when I hear Ozzy when I do it because that's one of them artists that I think I just found the other part. I'm gonna turn this guy on. Where did I just see that? Yes. 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 Okay. So, oh, got more communications. Hey, by the way, William, appreciate you communicating with me. Don't know what's holding back with the other two people that are watching, but you know, y'all could communicate too. Just say what's up or something. Get on the leaderboard. William's number one though. Ah, I see. Thanks for the opinion. I'll keep that in mind. I can totally see how that would make some people upset. It would be like taking a dirt bike on a BMX track. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I don't hate them. And the only time I've come across this is in a public place. Like a public place where there's already 1/10 trails set up. Yeah. There's one place we go. It's a couple of counties north of us. It's at a place called White Settlement RC Park. RC crawling, and yeah, every once in a while you'll see the SCX guys, SCX6 guys out there. It's like, oh man, hope the trail's okay. They'll be coming out of the trail and you'll be hitting the trail and you'll be like, uh-oh. But totally cool people. I've never met like a person that's just like a jerk about it. But yeah, it's just something I think about. I'm going to put some longer screws up front here to grab up in the back. I think these two. So hey, since you're new, or you know, not new, but you're still fresh back to RC crawling, I just recommend you get you one or two of these. I don't know what that brand is. But it's good to get you a screw kit just to have this handy if you haven't already gotten one. So this will save you. And then I got Even if you just got you, like, this is an old air fitting box. We drive trucks for a living, and so we have stuff like this laying around. Anyway, got this and just took all the stuff out of it, whatever was left in it, and I made me a screw kit. Like, I have a box for not every truck, but for a few different trucks that I drive a lot. Each truck has kind of like its own parts box for the house, and then I'd get me one of these to just take with me in my little day bag whenever I go out and crawl. Put all my camera stuff in, and then I put this in there. You never know. Having something like that around is pretty handy. It'll save you. I learned that. That's one of the things I learned real quick. The reality of RC hit me hard the first month when I broke everything. I got a Red Cat Gen 7 Pro. That was my first RC whenever I got back into RC crawling. I pretty much broke everything on it. Just working through it, learning how to crawl. Oh, it's not enough room. Why is it not enough room? The screw is longer. There's got to be a better way. Try that. It ain't. Told you. Where did I drop it? Already dropped it again. Strip screws, I hate them. Yep. It goes back to whenever I was putting together the stance a while ago. It's like you don't know your own strength sometimes, so best to be gentle. I can't believe I just dropped that nut after finding it. That's why it's called Watch Me Struggle with Simple Tasks. There's got to be an easier way. Just can't remember how I did it. Maybe that's how I did it. I don't know, I can't see. That's why I brought the light. That doesn't hurt your eyes at all. I think this is how I did it last time. I could. grinding tool. Right tool. Wow, I did it. That was not the first try, but we're in there. We're in there. What I can't read that name. Yes. I don't know how you say your name. But what's up? Back to the floor. Actually, I never heard that nut before. I'm thinking it's still hung inside my truck somewhere. Yeah. Now it hit the floor. Now it hit the floor. I don't know if you ever play a musical instrument, but if you ever play a guitar and you drop a guitar pick in the guitar, an acoustic guitar, that's about what that was. That was about the equivalent of that, except for the guitar pick went on the ground. Oh, William, if you're still there, since you answered my question earlier, back to the build here. I have a video on it, or I did like a bunch of shorts, and then I did a rig rundown of it. But my homeboy Robbie built this for me. He found the chassis, skid links, and he started out. He had found that, and he's like, "Hey, this is a decent price." And he's like, "You want this?" Because I had driven a V2, a Corrupt Carbon Works chassis of his, and I was like, "Man, that's cool. I like your rig." And I was talking to him about building a truck. He had found this, and then the parameters on the build was either I wanted a Lexan Performer or I wanted a hard body Performer. And he found the body, the body that you saw earlier. This body, in fact. I'll turn it over. You can look at it again. He's like, he sent me a picture of the body. He's like, "Is this something you'd be interested in?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I love green." And so he's like, I think I can print up some sliders that would fit it on that V2 if you want to do that. So I was like, let's go for it. So I gave him a price range. I was like, keep it around $1,000. I was like, that's probably a good price for a hard body Performer. And it's got the Element axles, the ones that they're portals. It's like the ones that come in the Fox Comp kit, I think. And then it's got Deluxe Fab shocks. Those are probably the most expensive shocks that I've ever owned in real life, on real truck or on RC. These are like the most expensive shocks I've ever owned. That's where most of my money went. That, tires, inserts, body, skid, and then got a Hobby Wing. I don't know if you can see that in there. Got a Hobby Wing SE 1800. And I think the transmission, if I'm correct, is a Deluxe Fab portal transmission. It might just be some Amazon portal transmission. That's what's red in there. Everything's mostly green except for that. It's cool though. Doesn't. Anyway, what else? What else went into this build? It's just got a budget servo. Back to all my vehicles have reefs except for this one, because again, I did give him a kind of a set amount I wanted to spend. So, what I lack in servo, I made up for in obviously looks and the scale of the tires. I got the, tiny tusk on there with trail wheels. Those wheels aren't cheap. I know those aren't cheap. Anyway, that's the build. You're welcome to go watch the video though. It's got everything like as it was being built. He would send me a video, so I sprinkled that all through the little. Oh heck yeah! I'll watch those two after this live. Oh, thanks, man, dude. Anything like that, I appreciate it. In fact, just to let you know, my channel is set up in a way that if you're tinkering like we're doing here, you can leave it playing in the background and just jam. I don't know if you like metal, but I'm a metal guy, so all my videos got music on them. People don't like that, whatever. They can go watch another video, but that's just kind of what I'm into. But my channel's meant to be played in the background while you're tinkering and stuff, so that's what it's about. How do you like that SE? Been thinking about upgrading my K5. Okay. Is that K5? It's 2-speed transmission, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, I would say for a single stage transmission truck, yeah, it's 2-speed. Okay, that's what I thought. I would say for a single stage transmission truck, 1800's all you need, and they're cheap. And the 1800 SE versus the 1800 Pro, there's not that much difference. There's just a few more parameters that you can program, but just for a single stage, straight up crawler, SE is all you need, 1800. Now, in your truck, I would spend the dough to put a 2300 in that. The reason why is I have a 2300 in my High Trail, in my TRX4 Blazer. I got one in my hauler. I got one in my tactical unit with the trailer. The Scout is basically a 2300 because it's the axe system. And man, it's just nice to have that extra, especially when you go into that second speed. You'll like it. You'll like the 2300. It's money well spent. Kind of like the servo, like with the Reservo. And I don't know where my little notebook is. I've got a notebook that I've got the secret settings written down to get the most out of your motor, especially if you got a 2300 in it. And yeah, I recommend a 2300 for a 2-stage transmission, just because you're gonna have a lot more fun with it if that's what you like to do. If you like to crawl and then you like to kind of go bash it a little bit, you're gonna want that. But for a crawler, 1800 SE. Yeah, man, that's what we're here to do. If it wasn't for kind of like what like how you're asking me the questions, and now I feel like I have the answers. That if it wasn't for people early on, I mean, the only stupid questions are the ones that aren't asked. So, yeah, man. Any questions, comments, concerns, queries? Send them my way. I got an answer, I'll give it to you. If not, I'll try to send you in the right direction. Let's see if I can do that again. Man, that was pretty cool how I fished that other one in there. I don't know if I can do it twice. There we go. There we go. probably like, what the heck is he listening to now? I thought he said he was into metal. I like other stuff too. Classic rock. Can I do that a second time? I don't even know how I did that the first time. Not quite. You know what? I've never really been into the live streams. I ain't gonna lie. It's just mostly because of where I live. We just now got internet. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but I live way out in the boonies. Alright. Did I do that like that a while ago? Can I? No way. Can you do it? I think you can. Let's do a cross thread. This has got to be painful to watch. Painful to do. Actually, we're hardwired. We actually finally got internet fiber cable run out here where I live in the rural part of Johnson County where I live. Starlink? It's just whatever AT&T I think is the people who run the fiber line out here. Oh my gosh, please get on there. Oh no, are y'all seeing this? Don't lose it. I'm glad that has a magnetic on. I'm gonna get it here in a minute, y'all. Or William, it's just you actually. It's just you and me, William. It's alright, I only need one. All my homies, I don't know what they're doing. They should be on here too, but they're probably busy doing their own wrenching. They probably don't even know I'm live. I'll get a text them all like, you didn't tell me you were live. It's like, well, I guess you're not subscribed or you didn't ring the bell, buddy. This is like whenever you watch those airplanes try to fill up another airplane, or like whenever the spaceship's trying to connect to the fucking satellite, and the dude's just out there screwing it up. Just messing it up. It's like, you got one job. Line it up already. How did I do that so easily on the other one? Ugh. Oh, there's got to be an easier way. Man, I did that so easy earlier. What is the trick? What is the trick? think I'm onto something here. I can't remember, but I think this is how I did it a while ago. Get it? Nope. Not putting my big head in the way. Bald spot, you can see that. Hope not. Good. Final push. I'm gonna do it this time. Oh, we missed it. I just don't have no cool tools. I need those fancy needle nose with the bend on them. Go in your hole. What am I doing? Dropping stuff, that's what. Is this getting boring yet? I know this is how I did it. Just need to take my time. Go slow. Dang it. Why don't you want to go in your home? It's not the screw, it's the... I'm gonna take my finger off and drop. Just keep trying. Sitting right on top of it, right there. Oh man, that's frustrating. Every time. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I just need to try a different angle here. Need some better lighting. Oh, that was perfect. Okay, wait, there we go. Yeah. Huh, 30 minutes of Fender. That's tough. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we're going all the way this time. Get my finger on that bad boy. I'm gonna drop it all the way home. Should have just did that the first time. Look at that. That's what she said. Again, we don't know our own strength. Just got to go easy. And you feel that? That's enough. It's plenty. Okay. Okay, body's back on. Y'all have watched me struggle with that long enough. Hey there, William. You want a tour of the garage here? Let's get you straightened up. Whoa. All right. Let's give you a little tour. There's the size of my bench. It's not that big. Not that big. This is a separate table just for, got random projects. Got to have random tables. Also got me a TRX 4M Bronco. When it comes to tiny trucks, got me one of them. It's also box stock. I've never done anything to it. It has a bunch of wheel weights taped to the inside of the hood. That's just to give it some forward weight. But it's box stock. Oh, I got a little brass on the diff. Only thing is put stickers on it, There's a RC the goat. That's our logo, our mascot. My black metal Bronco, got all my black metal bends and death metal bends. Who's that? Oh, there's the crew. Skeletor, Metalhead, and got Spawn. I don't know what the hell's up with, I don't know why Batman's down here, but he's there too. There's the tire rack. That's what I got. These are actually some decent tires. These are some Pitbull Rock Beast, I think. They're decent. Decent trail tire. Some old Duratrax. I don't know what those are called. I got some mudslingers, and then I got some cut mudslingers for when it's mud season. Got these Proline trenchers. These are actually a decent tire. Got 2-stage foam in them. They're really I don't know if these are SSD. These came with my Capra when I bought them. I couldn't tell you. I didn't buy them brand new, so I don't know. They do great with these trenchers on, though. Man, that was lame. Those are parts for my boat. Check out my boat. This is the Trooper. 25-inch. That's the length on the airboat there. This thing is brushless, outrunner motor, loud as can be. I love it. It's annoying. Most people don't like it when you go to a public place and everyone has like a scrunched look on their face when it goes by them, and that's kind of my favorite thing about it. And I got Daryl and Carol. Carol's driving, Daryl's got the gun there. And got a black Mamba on the hood. That thing's fun. Actually got some short videos going out right now on this thing. Been doing some pond unlocks. Man, there's so many. Okay, this is made by, just if you want to know some stuff about boats, Pro Boat makes the best RC boats. Traxxas makes some fast stuff, makes some pretty good stuff too, but for the wide variety of RC boating out there, Pro Boat makes the best stuff. They make a river jet boat. I don't know if you know who Blake Wilkie is, but it's modeled after his boat. My neighbor's got one, and I got a buddy up in Utah. You're welcome to go check him out too. Crawl Fiends, South Utah chapter. He's got the river jet boat. That thing is awesome. I kind of wish I would have got that instead of the airboat, but I'm happy with my purchase. This thing's only like $250. Brand new. You still have to get a battery, of course, and all that, but you can't beat that. And it goes a lot of places that the other boat won't because of the way the fan is. You spray some PAM on the bottom of this thing, it'll go on wet grass. On a 4-cell battery, this is 4-cell capable, 3-cell, 4-cell capable. I haven't put a 4-cell, but I've seen videos where they're just going across wet grass like it ain't nothing. But anyway, Pro Boat. It's good stuff. All right, moving on. This is the first truck I ever got. Red Cat Gen 7 Pro. It did not come with portal axles. I actually did a portal axle conversion on that. The straight axles suck. That's what I was breaking stuff. Losing screws. And this is the one that taught me the reality of RC. And then after that, got the Scout Axe Edition. It's got the bikini top, brushless motor. This is the first one that had a reef servo. This is what turned me on to reef servos. I don't recommend this truck. I recommend this truck. If you can get an Axe Edition Scout, get that one. This one is just, this one, the way it comes, I've never changed anything about this truck. I still run it box stock. Come with a nice brushless system. You have a Guess what? I got one too. Yeah, the Scouts are red cats. The plastics aren't real great on the axles, so you might want to end up changing axles. I've stripped out stuff on mine. Just super glue them back in, you know. What mods are on what? Be more specific. Stay humble. Foreg. Rustler. No mods. The only mod is I got some tires off my High Trail on it, and they do actually pretty damn good. Those are just 2.2 Canyon Trails on that Rustler, and I never ripped them, not even once. I mean, ripped them apart or blown them out, that's what I mean. I've ripped the hell out of them across my field, and they do great. That's the only thing I've ever done. That thing is box stock. And those are my batteries, and they're all toast. That one's ready to go. That one's getting close to detonation. Back to the tour, William. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. Yeah, that's a red cat. Okay, then after that, I got the TRX-6. And that one changed everything. That was the first one I had a two-speed transmission, the unlocking diffs, and I don't know, that changed everything for me. I was like, whoa, you know, like, okay, yeah, you're new, I'm forgetting. If you don't discharge your LiPo batteries, oh, what's up, Bobby? If you don't discharge your batteries properly and you leave them charged for too long, that can cause swelling. Obviously, just them being thrashed and beat. These batteries are the ones that go with my Rustler, and they've just been beat to hell. But it's mostly just not discharging your battery, leaving them sitting with them charged up will make them do that. So if you're going to leave your battery sitting for any length of time, you're supposed to properly discharge them. And that's pretty much what happens to a battery. And then before you know it, the cells start dying, or they'll want to explode on you when you do try to charge them. So you got to be careful not to burn your house down. What's up, Bobby? Hey, everybody. Bobby's in the house. He's not the new guy anymore. He's one of us. He's the Crawl Fiends. He's one of the Crawl Fiends. You're not the new guy anymore, Bobby. I guess Jason is, actually. He's the newest Crawl Fiend. Uh, 3 weeks. I mean, yeah, if they're gonna sit for like a month, if you think you're not gonna charge or run your vehicle, it's best just to discharge them. Yeah, I mean, I got other batteries that are doing that. I have the same problem. This is a hard pack, and it's trying to swell on me. These batteries still work, though. I don't recommend Ovonic batteries, but they still work. Are crawlers fun? Is that a trick question? If you're a rustler, if you like rustlers, crawling might not be fun for you. If you like to go fast and bash, if you like technical type driving, crawlers are probably more fun. If you just like to go fast and wreck shit and work on it every time you go out, then bash away. And do I just do the discharge from my charger? Yes, that's one way to do it. Otherwise, just go run it down till your limiter on your ESC tells you your battery's low, and then you're pretty much good. You don't want to discharge them too far. If you do discharge them too far, that's what causes the cells to die.
is what I was getting at a while ago. Yep, that's what the discharger's for. I'm reading your comment here. Thinking about trying one. Well, you if you're looking for us to talk you out of it, you come to the wrong place, because I got crawlers in every corner of my garage, just about, except for over here I got the drum set. That's a whole nother animal. That's a whole nother can of worms. William, back to the tour. Back to the tour. TRX, after the Gen 7 and the Gen 8 Red Cats, I got a TRX 6. Because all my homies had a TRX 4, and I was like, I'm just going to do them up one. I'm going to one up them. I'm going to get the TRX 6, and it was awesome. Yes, just like a real car, Barris. Don't go below low net force. Yep. That's it. You got it. And there's plenty of videos. Just search up LiPo battery do's and don'ts or whatever. There's plenty of people out there that give you better information than I can. But in a nutshell, don't leave them charged for over a month, or you'll get swelling, or you'll get batteries that just die on you like these. These don't work anymore. These are my favorite batteries in my Capra. I used them forever, and then I just started improperly using them, and now they don't work anymore. That's pretty much why. Learned my lesson the hard way on those. Anyway, one-upped everybody with the TRX 6, and I kind of got hooked on Traxxas for a little while, and I just started going nuts. So I got that, and that thing crawled great. It has a bunch of brass all under it, and that thing just, it's like point and click. It just goes wherever you want. It's almost like cheating. But so then, like I said, I'm afraid that my music is going to ruin my live here. So then, after the TRX 6, I got this here K5 1969 Blazer. And it's just a plain old TRX 4. It's got the 2-stage transmission. Also, it's got the diff locks. And man, this thing just it blew this one out of the water. And this one, I would say, as far as my four-wheelers go, I drove the hell out of this thing. I mean, I still drive it. It's got a Fusion 1800 Pro in it, so it has a few more parameters than the SE. Going back to the motors, has a Hobby or a Reefs 444 in the servo. It's got a little brass underneath. It's got some nice Proline BF Goodrich crawlers on some Trill classic, one of the classic wheels there. This is probably one. I'm gonna say this a lot, but it was one of my favorite trucks for the longest time. Okay. So then after that, I was like, I want to build a truck. I've been buying all these RTRs and modding them up, and that's great and that's fun and everything, but now I want to build a truck. So I found a friend who had a TRX 4 Sport. So that's just the single stage transmission, locked differentials and all that. And I broke it down. And then I had my neighbor who does like all my fab work on my RCs and stuff, because he's actually the guy who got me into RCs. I got him to fab up some stuff and build this guy. I'm reading your comment, hold on. So I went back and forth between the Traxxas. It's cheaper and it came up the lights already installed. I really want the TRX 4 Bronco now. Yeah, man. I think you did the right thing. You went with the affordable choice. You found out, hey, I like the hobby. So then you went for it. You know, you're going for it now. That's what I did. I started out with the most affordable thing I saw. This thing was $250 brand new when I got the Gen 7. And I totally thrashed the body. The original body's up there with some other bodies. And I'm on my second body. I actually have a third body for whenever this one's destroyed. But I don't drive this guy. In fact, I might have something special I might announce. If I get enough viewers by the end of this live, I might announce something special about that. But we'll just see how it goes here. Yep. I with the FMS the FMS, you did the right choice. That's a better crawler for the money. For starting out, you did the right thing. I think those FMS Blazers are awesome. All right, back to the tour. So there's a channel I used to watch, or I still watch, called Gear Down Crawlers. And I seen this guy had a 35, factory 35, like the drift car. He had that body on a really sweet build. And I was like, man, I love that body. Got to do me one of those. So had my neighbor, he built the bumper, built the sliders to fit around the body. He built the shock hoops for these extra long shocks. And underneath, did a little magnet for the body mount. And this is just kind of like my ode to Traxxas, sort of. It's like it's all custom Traxxas built. It's a Traxxas platform, Traxxas axles, Traxxas skid, frame rails. Just changed the shocks. It's got a little brass. It's best to have your brass up front. You don't need too much weight in the back. You want your front to have all the weight. I actually do have a 2300 in this. It doesn't need it. I actually want to put a SE in this and take that 2300 out and put it in something that deserves it. This crawler just doesn't need it. Love this thing. This thing gets a lot of looks. First truck I ever painted. What else can I tell you about it? It's got 2.2s on it. These are I don't know what these these are hobby soles. I originally had these on my Capra, but I don't know, I just got them on this for now. So that's the 35, that's my Peepaw truck. That's Peepaw's truck. Okay. So then after that, I'm on a Traxxas kick, right? And I'm like, what do I get now? And I was just looking at kind of like rare bodies they had and stuff, and I saw the tactical unit. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but when Traxxas came out with the Land Rover, this was like the special edition body to that, I guess. And so it's basically like the Land Rover underneath. So the inner fenders and all that are actually bolted to the body, not to the frame. And I made this into my overlanding rig. Again, my neighbor did all my fab work. He built the bumper, the sliders, the roof rack, and the trailer. And I know that looks funny to y'all probably, but I just have that sitting like that so the tires don't. He built the whole trailer for me. So that's like my trail rig, my overlanding trail rig. The Tactical was the first TRX4? I thought, no. Is it? I mean, Bobby probably knows more about Traxxas than I do. Is that true, Bobby? I thought it was the special edition to the Land Rover. Yeah. check out some of the stuff. Got some little scale details. Got a little stack of wood in there. It's got some crates. Got my fuel can. Bucket. I usually wherever I'm at when I'm trailing, I just take a handful of gravel from wherever I'm at and I put it in that bucket, so it makes a lot more, makes a clankier sound whenever it's full of gravel. Spare tire. Got guns and stuff, just in case you gotta get into a battle on the trail, you know. Got dual light bars. Got a front and rear light bars. Got armor on the windows. You are right, it was the Defender first. I could have sworn the Tactical was the first. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was fixing to say, cool, I have the first TRX4 platform, but I swear they come out with the Land Rover, and then the Tactical unit was sort of like a special edition. Not like the Snap-on special edition stuff they do, but oh, you like scale stuff? Oh, we're getting to that. We're getting to that. Yeah, that's kind of my, it's scale, but it's not scale. It's like, that body doesn't exist in real life, but if it did, I feel like it'd be an overlanding military type thing, I guess. Okay, so after the Tactical unit, I was still on a Traxxas kick, and oh wait, no, take that back. After the Tactical unit, my neighbor had a Capra, and I kind of fell in love with this Capra, and I was like, I gotta get one. And the four-wheel steer Capra came out, and that's the one I got. I got it used, but I have the box actually. I got it used and totally customized this one to my specs, to my specifications. Talk about the TMNT Capra a little bit. So first thing I did was we got rid of those panels, and I'm a Ninja Turtle freak from way back. I still have some of my original stuff, and I was like, I want to do a Ninja Turtle theme, and I told my neighbor kind of like what I was thinking about. He's like, man, just give me some drawings or some stencils of what you want, and I'll just etch it onto some panels. And so he engraved these panels for me. So the hood, he even kind of pounded that out so it's rounded out, the roof. And he did the side panels as well. And of course, screwed in, I gave him some figures that were kind of thrashed, and I was like, screw these guys in there. So I got Raph as my driver, and Donnie is my passenger, my navigator. And don't have the original axles. I totally thrashed the original axles. So I have, and then I tried lots of different axles. This is the first truck I ever did an axle swap on. Or no, let's take that back. That was the first truck I ever did axles. This is the first time I bought like aftermarket. Those axles are actually the ones that come in the Red Cat Portal kit. But these, I tried some CNC, like Chinesium ones. They were crappy. I tried all kinds of different axles, and I came across these KYXs, and I haven't had a problem out of these since. And I've dropped, this thing weighs like 12 pounds, and I've dropped this thing off cliffs. I bend links and break rod ends. Now I don't break axles. Homeboy Robbie hooked me up with this brass actually. Now it's got a little brass on the front end, like it needed more weight. The first round of mods I really did was I changed the servos. I got a Reefs 444 in the front, or no, I have dual 555, so I have a 555 in the front and back. 555's 2300 on the motor, but I still just run the stock transmission, which is it's a little high geared for crawling, but When you have this 2300 in there, you can control that. Only thing I don't like about these axles is the servo mounts. The screw holes, they strip out easy, so you got to be careful. But yep, there's a 555. Reese servo horns. That's about it. And I got the Fly Sky system so that I can independently turn the rear, because the stock radio setup sucks on these. So then I had a real performance crawler, and I really thought I was the shit until I got around these guys that I crawl with now and found out my shit ain't shit. And I was like, I gotta get me something that can really crawl. So the next truck I got was this. This was my first kit that I built all the way up. SCX 10 Pro axial. Has a Hobbywing SE in it. Would I say that's my best performing crawler? I would say yes, because it's the 4-wheel steer crawler and I could do a lot more things than I can do with the belly draggers, but I'd say this is my close second. And the stance and the Pro are kind of neck and neck, I would say. Anyway, painted this truck. This is a pearl red. That was a pearl green on that old 35 over there. Totally fudged the paint job and had a lot of chipping, so I went back and sprayed it black. Kind of looks like it's been beat to hell. There's another deal with the logo. Got some decals there. You should do it. Do it, William. Nah, man, don't blow all your money on crawlers. Unless you want to be broke like all of us. I used to have those Proline trenchers on here with those wheels that you were talking about earlier, but my homeboy Robbie hooked me up with these Injora X pins, and I slapped them on this thing, and they ain't came off since, except for I just put some inserts in here, which that made the performance of this truck go up tremendously. I built the 3-link version, totally regretted it once I drove somebody's 4-link version, and I was like, man, I know I could just go back and do that, but I've already built the truck, so I'd rather just build another one. But I built this to a certain comp spec style, even though I don't compete. I just wanted a truck that could do it, just in case I ever came upon a comp, I guess. I don't know. We're not competition. We're just good time crawlers, the group I crawl with, so there might be 1 or 2 guys in the group that actually have comped, but not me. What was your old hobby? If you don't mind me asking. Got the servo winch built in, so it's hidden, can't see that. It's also a Reefs. It's a Reefs 299. No. 900 LP, I think. It's either 299 LP or I can't even read it. Yeah, 299. There it is. Reefs 299 LP, and the steering servo is it's either a 800 or a 900 LP. Low Pro is what the LP stands for. Duh. Anyway, our homeboy up north here, his name's Stubbs. He's got a channel, Stubbs RC. He builds these. He calls them the rock claw. Can't get my words out. And he sells these Teflon cables, way better than the actual cables the servos come with. They don't bind up. And this thing, you can pretty much grip it on anything, and winch out or whatever. Anyway, that's why I built that to be a comp truck. Never comped with it. Just drove the hell out of it. Loved it. And finally have something that can keep up with the rest of the boys when they bring their performance. It's like that guy, or that guy. I can usually hang with everybody. Okay, so after the Pro, went back to Traxxas, and I got a guy who leases my place who deer hunts, and he usually pays me. And one year he was like, "Hey, I noticed you're into these crawlers. What if I bought you a crawler instead of gave you cash? Would you be okay with that?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, what crawler do you want? Just name it, and I'll buy it for you, and that should be good for the season, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because I mean, I know how much he spends every year on leasing my place, so I just was like, this was the new cool. This had just come out, this and the F-150 Ranger, and which Bobby, by the way, the guy, that Undead Gerbil that's on here talking to us, he's got the Ranger, and sister-in-law there of his got the Brown Ranger, and I got old Silver here, and it's a great trail truck. Loved it. I had a plan for it. My original plan for this truck was to make it my tow rig and pull a trailer with it and just pull my rig into wherever I was going, and ended up just driving the hell out of it and never doing that. I ended up just crawling with it a bunch. It actually crawls better than you think it would, being a high trail lifted truck. It crawls great. Got a 2300 in this boy because it's got 2-stage transmission. Dirt bikes do get expensive. Yeah, that's like my neighbor was into dirt bikes and crawling, and he's like, he had to give up one, so he sold his dirt bikes and stuff, and now it's like he don't even want to crawl because he's got other stuff going on. But he's been coming back around. He's coming out of his funk. I think he's going to be getting back into crawling soon. He's had some personal stuff going on, but anyway, we don't hold it against him. We love you, Shane, wherever you are. If you're watching this, we love you, bro. And even if you're not watching this, love you anyway. But yeah, man, this thing also has a triple. I believe this has a 444 under the hood for a servo. No brass, just it's got canyon trails that I've just kind of just cut, and it does have some method wheels, so I did redo the. That's the only thing I changed, just to make it look cool. Great truck. Love old Silver. Been a mile with this on the trail. Never fails. It's got the light kit. Got the nice light kit that Traxxas has. I installed that. This one just has a plain Jane. This one has the blinkers and the bright lights and all that crap. It only works half the time. I say it's nice, but so then after that guy, I'm reading your comment. I still got my four-wheeler and I still ride, but I don't ride with a bunch of people or anything. I just go out and ride my own trails. So after the high trail, we got this big bad boy, because my plan went out the window to make that my tow rig whenever I got this guy. Because, I mean, what better rig to tow with than the flatbed hauler? And I've done some extensive stuff to this. I've got a 2300 Hobby Wing Fusion in this. I think I have a 555 servo. A lot of people don't like the 555s now that the 700s are out, or the brass ones and all that. The direct power, they're just faster servos. The 555s are slow compared to them, but I just like them for the money. They're affordable, and you get You get all the power you need out of them. Anyway, reef servo in this, Hobbywing Fusion. It got a updated 3D printed skid plate to cover up the carrier bearing and just make it slide over obstacles better. Homeboy Robbie printed that up for me. It actually came with the bed widener kit on it, so you can fit most portal axle vehicles on there now. I did a dually conversion, so a lot wider in the rear end. It keeps it more stable. And I just put these stacks on there, which increased my kilovoltage by 0, but it made it look cool. I mean, doesn't that look cool? Those stacks on there just looks cool. That's the Nightbringer. That's one of my favorite trucks. Just always does its job. I actually melted the spur gear on it just because it's paid for itself. I've used it every time. What? Oh, hell yeah. I didn't notice they come single axle. Oh. What was I saying? Anyway. Oh, yeah, I melted the spur gear in this thing just because I've used it so much. We have this one, if you start watching the channel, you'll notice we go to this place called Blum, and Blum Crazy Crawling, and it's just super steep driving in and driving out, and this thing has paid for itself I don't know how many times, carrying my vehicles, carrying my batteries, carrying whatever in and out. And I've driven it through the water, and I eventually just ate a hole right through the middle of the spur gear. So now I've upgraded to a metal spur gear, and so now she has plenty of torque. I'll probably be breaking other stuff now if I put too much weight on it, but anyway, so this is my tow rig. The bed isn't functional. There's a couple of kits people offer out there. There's one for like $300 and there's one for like $500. It's a lot sleeker, but you know, both the kits are super involved to take apart and put in yourself, and I'm pretty savvy. I probably could do it. I'm not there yet. I've already spent however much on RC. I can't imagine spending another $1,000 just to make the bed, or another $500 to make the bed function. It would be cool. There's lots of great videos. I've seen them where they function in it. I think it's great, but anyway. So got the hauler, loved it, and used the crap out of it. Then I got the stance, and that was the new kid on the block. That was my first Vanquish crawler. Love everything about it, except for how their stubs are a little proprietary. The way the wheel nuts on the stubs are bigger. You got to have this special tool. It's like a special thin socket that's bigger than the normal wheel nut. So you got to have that. If you're going to get a Vanquish, you got to have this to take your wheels off. And that's the only thing I don't like about, you know, everybody, Traxxas, Axial, Vanquish, they all have their proprietary parts. Damn, I cannot talk. Proprietary, I can't even say it. You know what I'm trying to say. It's like Traxxas has those electronics. Everybody rips those out. Nobody likes them. Anyway, everybody just has those things in their lineup that it's like only they have it, so there's no going around. Like a lot of stuff is universal, but some things aren't. And that's the only thing. If I had one thing to say about Vanquish, it would just be that. I mean, I get why they did it. It does make them more stout. I get it. But, you know, whatever. This thing's great though. Portal axle, F10 axles. This is straight axle, by the way. My SCX10 Pro. you can buy a portal axle conversion for that. But this is my straight axle crawler, comp crawler. This is my portal axle comp crawler. Don't have a servo or winch in it. Has stock servo in it, which is, these things are strong. The stock servo that comes in these things are plenty. When you put a hobby wing in it, change the voltage, you get everything you need out of that servo. Huh. I had a friend who got one of them rhinos. Or you're taking Black Rhino. Oh, my bad. I'm thinking about, there's a weird off-brand crawler out there. Oh, I'm screwing up my, sorry about that. Anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, there's a weird off-brand company that makes these performance style crawlers called Rhino. But my Black Rhino beadlocks use a silly small extra piece to screw. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so then after that, I bought my first hard body. So that's getting to the scale stuff. Now here's my scale truck. 1987 Toyota 4Runner. Got Spider-Man there in the passenger seat, and I got Ghost Driver driving. I haven't painted him up, but my buddy 3D printed that. Again, Robbie, thank you. If you're watching this. Even if you're not watching this, thank you. Of course, got the EFI in there. Yeah, this is RC four-wheel drive. This is actually a TF2. I do not recommend these for crawling. I recommend these for scaling and trailing. You can do things to make it a crawler, but there are some free mods you can do, but you're gonna have to spend some money to make these things capable. They're leaf springs. Straight axles. They're kind of clunky to drive, but once you get the hang of it and you learn the scale aspect of trail truck driving, it's a lot of fun, actually. This truck is a lot more fun than you think. Stock wheels and tires, they do fine. Put an anti-right bar on the rear axle and lifted the servo. I don't know if you can see those little spacers I put on there. I lifted the servo because the servo horn wants to touch the differential. Probably help if we put some light on it. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, man, the doors open up, all that cool stuff. If I can. Yeah, door opens up in there. You can see inside the interior. All that cool stuff. That was my first hard body. Again, the learning curve was met with many a sharp and hairy turns. Already lost one mirror. I was losing the back glass. I had to glue that back in. Haven't really wrecked anything as far as the drive line goes. I did change the skid. The skid that they come with are just basically a boat anchor. I didn't like that. And my phone's running out of power, so I don't know how much longer this live's gonna last. But we only got one truck left, and of course that's the truck that actually brought you here, and that's Slime Time. My birthday build that Robbie built for me. The Corrupt Carbon Works V2 chassis. What, that, you talking about the 4Runner? Or what? There's this that's the same truck on Facebook Marketplace in my area. The dude wants $1,200 for it, completely stock. Are you talking about the 4Runner? Because that thing is not worth $1,200 stock. You can buy one new for way cheaper. and do whatever you want to it. Yeah, man. As far as that goes, don't do that. Find if you want one, just the best thing to do is buy one out brand new and just break it yourself. I don't know, man. That's crazy, dude. 1,200. Those things are not worth 1,200 at all. I got mine for 400 from a friend. I was lucky. It's just missing the rear windshield wiper. It was all it was missing, I think. $400. I was like, I want a hard body. This is the only way I'm gonna get into a hard body, because I just pull the trigger and buy one. And I found that one for 400, and I felt like I got a good deal. So put a SC. I actually have a 1200 SE. I have less power in that one just because I don't want it to have so much kilovoltage that I wreck it. It actually only has a 1200, and I think I'm still just running the stock servo in that. He's definitely on the cheese or something. I don't know. They're not worth 1,200. The bodies are great, but the platform itself, TF2, is not worth $1,200. Have you seen the new TF2? It looks like, everybody's saying it looks like the Fall Guy truck, but it's not the right year model. Anyway, the Brown and 10 Chevy K10. That thing is awesome. Anyway, yeah, slime time, man. This is my main squeeze as far as scale, performance. I love the Scottsdales, but man, that new one, it's just my dad and my brother and myself all had that same colored truck. I had a 85 a 83, same year model as me, Scottsdale. And my dad and my brother had a Big 10, like a 78 or 79 Big 10, brown and tan. Love those trucks. And when I saw that truck, that's what I thought of. And then I was like, oh man, do I want to buy it? What do I do? And then one of our buddies, one of the crawl fiends, our newest crawl fiend, in fact, Jason, he got one. It was like, he beat me to the punch. But if anybody, at least somebody in the group's got one, so I get to see one in the wild. I get to film it. Dude, I know we've talked a lot, and I've told you to do it. I don't know how many times tonight, but if you do it, you will not be disappointed. The way that when those trucks come out new, they're not as great as what the Scottsdale. They I don't know if you watch a channel called RC Every Day, but he's the guy I go to for all the TF2 tech and stuff, and he just got one talking about, he had some insider information about it, and it was just cool to hear his take on it. And man, I know I really want one too. But I'm okay that one of us in the group's got one, so I'll get to see one soon enough. Maybe Sunday. But this is slime time. Yeah, man. He's from Texas. I think he's a little further east, or maybe southeast than I am, but anyway. So, and then this was my original hobby, was drums and guitars and being in bands, and that's what I did with my whole 20s. My 20s and most of my 30s, until everyone flaked out on me. But I still jam. I got a whole room full of guitars. This is one I just had sitting out I don't know why I was messing with that thing. I got tired of looking at it sitting around. I thought I'd just plug it in and jam on it the other day, and it sucks. It looks cool, but the guitar sucks. Just let you know, it sucks. Drum set, great. That's my amp. And I got a bass amp over there. And that's pretty much, there's all my remotes. Yep. Got a PA system. I usually open the garage door up, flip the PAs around, and whatever I'm listening to, so do my neighbors. I live way out in the country, so I got a few miles between me and the next neighbor, and they really don't care, actually. They're like, turn it up, we can't hear it. So, that's the garage. Still going, looks like. I haven't ran out of power yet. Guess I could plug in. I don't think that worked. No power. What the hell? Oh well. Man, I've been on here for like an hour and how long? This is the longest live. Alright, man. Well, I guess we're about wrapped up. Thanks, William, for hanging out so long. The crew thanks you. On the behalf of all the Crawl Fiends, we thank you. Yeah, man. I mean, you don't have to necessarily be in my group to be considered a Crawl Fiend. We're all Crawl Fiends, I feel like. If you got something you want me to see, put a hashtag Crawl Fiend next to it. I've been using it for 5 years now. I've built up a pretty big, not that big a repertoire, I guess, or whatever you call it. Whatever you call it, whenever you make a hashtag and people start using it, whatever that is, I don't know what it's called, but it's mostly just me. But I got a few friends that are using it now. Yeah, man, I don't know when I'll do my next live. I don't do this a lot, but appreciate you hanging out in the garage with me tonight. And whoever this second person is that came back, you missed it. You pretty much missed the live. We're wrapping it up here. I'm Justin, by the way. I'm kind of like the guy who films everybody in the group. That's just what I do. And I ended up becoming a hardcore RC crawling addict. Crawl Fiends. We call ourselves Crawl Fiends. Man, now look, now I got all these viewers now showing up. Why are y'all showing up when I'm getting ready to wrap it up? All right, Cody. Heck yeah. Thanks again. Your name's Cody, but your handle is William Fry 8919. Okay. Gotcha. There's the truck that brought you here. I'll leave you with that. Peace.